Hello, everybody. This is lesson 3 of chapter 4. Still, we are doing some lessons on common prefixes. Page 62, we have the prefix dis, and it means bad, difficult, painful, or abnormal. And I think you are familiar with this one, dis now. But if you remember earlier, we said that we cannot use, let's say, all these meanings in one place. We have to choose the suitable meaning for the suitable term. Now, the first term we have dysplasia. Amplasia means development or formation. And this, of course, means one of these four: bad, difficult, painful, abnormal. But the suitable now meaning for this here, for this term, is abnormal. So the meaning will be abnormal development. So because, if you choose, for example, difficult development, this is not logical. The meaning is not appropriate. Again, painful development, it's not appropriate. Maybe bad could be acceptable to a certain extent, but the best choice would be abnormal. Okay. Now the next term is dyspnea, and the P here in dyspnea is a little bit soft. We do not say dyspnea, dyspnea, as soft as possible. We pronounce it, okay? And pnea, from earlier slides, it means breathing. So the meaning here is difficult breathing. Again here, we cannot, for example, choose abnormal. Abnormal breathing is not acceptable. Bad breathing, again, not acceptable. Maybe difficult or even sometimes painful, maybe, if the person suffers from pain when he or she breathes, maybe it's acceptable. So, but the suitable meaning here is difficult. The next one is urea. Urea, it means urine, urination. The meaning here is painful urination. You see here we chose painful. When the patient urinates, he gets pain, sometimes burning or something like that. But we cannot say abnormal or bad. Maybe difficult could be acceptable, but the best meaning would be painful. Dystrophy. Trophy means nourishment or growth or development. And the suitable meaning now, abnormal development. We cannot say bad or difficult or painful. We cannot say that. So the suitable meaning is abnormal, and the full meaning would be abnormal development. Let's see a pronunciation.
Dysplasia. Dysplasia. Dyspnea. Dyspnea.
Dysuria. Dysuria. Dysuria.
Dystrophy. Dystrophy.
The next prefix is endo, which means within. Endo here, the first term we have endogenous. Genus means produced by. And here I want you to look at your books, page 62. Page 62, in the middle of the page, you have under within the meaning. Let's read the meaning together. Produced from within the body, disease that originates from within the body. So a patient gets a disease from something which is inside the body of that patient, not from outside. All right. Now let's take an example, the example given in the book. Adult chicken pox is the reactivation of the virus that caused childhood chicken pox. The virus has stayed inactive within the body for years. Now, you know, chicken pox, every child has to have this kind of disease, chicken pox. So we call it childhood chicken pox. But when the child gets better, all right, the virus stays in his body. It doesn't go, but it remains inactive. All right. It might be stay there, this virus, it might stay there in the body for years. When, for some people, when a person gets, let's say, 20, 25, or even 30, sometimes under certain circumstances, this person gets chickenpox again, and we call it adult chickenpox in that case. But here, the virus which caused the adult chickenpox in that person did not come from outside. It was there in his body, inactive from childhood. And then, under circumstances, this virus became active, and then the person gets the disease, which is adult chickenpox. So, this is why we call it within, produced from within the body. Let's see the pronunciation.
Endogenous. Endogenous.
The next prefix we have epi, and it means upon or above. The term epicardium. Now, cardi, you know it. It means heart, right? Cardi. Means structure, and cardi, heart, and epi means around, sorry, above or upon. Now, the full meaning is outer wall of the heart. The outer wall. Now, the heart has a wall, and this wall actually is made of 3 layers. All right, 3 walls, one on top of the other. The outer wall, which is from the outside of the heart, which covers the whole heart, we call it the outer wall. And the medical term for that is epicardium. Now, if we want to, let's say, to talk about the middle wall, the one in the middle, there is another term for that. It is mesocardium. Mesocardium. Okay? So here, this refers to the outer wall of the heart. Pronunciation.
Epicardium. Epicardium.
The next prefix is X or exo. It means out. But here, you see, we cannot use X in place of exo or exo in place of X in any term. And I think we discussed this before. We said that we cannot use the same prefixes or suffixes interchangeably, one in place of the other. We cannot do that. So we have to take the terms as they are, whether with EX only or with EXO. All right. So here we have excision, and I think you know the meaning of this word. ION means process. Sig or says here, Sig in the pronunciation, it means to cut, and X, of course, out. Now, the meaning is process of cutting out or surgical removal. You remember this phrase, surgical removal, when we talked about ectomy. Ectomy means surgical removal, and it means what? Excision. So it is the same meaning. So surgical removal of tissue from the body. Pronunciation.
excision, excision, excision.